Hey everybody, how y'all doing? How I was saying right before the miracle unfolded, I explained part 4 that something was on my railing. If you don't know, you gotta check part 4 out. That nurse didn't do what they were supposed to do. I guess they pretended like, or they claimed they didn't know.
Get somebody else to do it.
So they left without, doing what they're supposed to do, clean it up. So I think I called another nurse in because it was to the point like they knew I couldn't talk. So every time I buzzed the buzzer, they didn't want to say nothing. They would just come right in. A nurse would come right in because they knew I couldn't talk. I don't know if it's the buzzer, but I know another nurse came in, and I think this time it was a man. So I pretty much signaled him like this, and I pointed to like the bed rail, and then he looked and he seen it and he cleaned it off. Okay, if he could have did that and seen that when I was just doing this and I could talk, the other nurse could have too. I'm saying it goes to show like in a profession that you love, not just for money. Don't just love the money, love what you're doing as well. It had to be cleaned off as well. With the catheter, you can do all your business with the catheter. However, I think they was like winking me off of the catheter at that time. Like sometimes they'll take it off. I remember once another time when I couldn't talk, they put like this protective like boots on my foot or something. So I guess they had it like that the time when I was just laying down for the week and a half and we didn't really know what was going on and wasn't really into it. So this time when I kind of like noticed, like I have a thing with, if it ain't just socks or in the boot, that would have been okay. But it was just the boot by itself. It's just hard to explain. I was trying to put it on my foot, especially when I don't socks, and I'm like, I couldn't talk, but I'm like, look at my face, stretching my face up like this, and then I guess mommy kept doing it, and they could tell that, that's not what I wanted. So I think the nurse was saying like, I'm really supposed to do this, but I know you don't want to, so I'm not gonna do it, and they left it alone. So what nurse was telling me is, even though I could talk and even though I could do sign language, they still could understand. If you see by the thumbnail, I looked like my head. I didn't know until I got to the rehab, like when I came in it, I'm thinking like when I see myself in a mirror or something, I'm thinking like my hair like slicked back in a ponytail. And like I said, my hair was relaxed in. My hair was shaved off. And the reason why I was shaved off, right before, you have your baby, some girls, they fix up like they put their hair in protective braids, so they don't gotta do their hair, because of the process of them about to go in labor and have their baby. So that's what a lot of females do. With the first pregnancy, I looked at a hot mess. I didn't have my hair braided or anything, no protective style. I just had my hair like in a ponytail, and it showed like, I looked a mess. With this pregnancy, I made sure I didn't have to go that route. So I had got my nails done. I think I even got my feet done. I was birthing ready, should I say. By having the brain surgery, I had so many plaques in my head. I had poetic justice plaques, I think that's what it's called. But I think that was a tenth bit bigger. Of course, when you have surgery, they gotta like be able to maneuver around your head. Those plaques were in the way. So I guess they didn't want to shave one part of my head. The part where they did, so I think I didn't do surgery on this part. They didn't just want to shave this part off, and then I had plaques all on this side. It's like, So they shaved off my whole hair. And when I realized what happened, I was in disbelief. I was like, are you kidding me? Another time I remember, so this is the time when they felt sorry for me and they put my vocal cord back in. No, first they tried me with like a fake voice or something, and I was trying to talk. I couldn't, like nothing could come out my mouth. When I tell you, I was like feeling so distraught at that moment. I'm like, okay, something gotta come out, Eventually it did within the next few minutes or something, but they had to like test me every time I went to therapy. I was practicing my speech, and then like later on that day when I went back in my hospital bed to practice on it too. But I remember one time, it was close to bedtime, and I think I did something, I accidentally knocked it out, and it fell so on the floor. When I tell you not to have the voice box again and not being able to talk, because I was, like I told you, I was so frustrated to try to say certain stuff, and I couldn't do it. So when I knocked that voice box out, I was so like terrified and frustrated again. But then God, nurse came in and they were able to find it and they put it back in. So after about a few days, it was like, okay, you're well enough to let us put your real voice in. And I'm thinking like it's gonna be some type of surgery or something. Or all they did was, I guess, got the little voice thing and just put it in my throat and I think they taped it up, ace bandage or something, and with adhesive tape, and they just taped it back up, and I was like, that's it. And that was it. So I had my voice back. But I remember when the doctor was putting it back in, but he was happy to do it. He was like, I got the pleasure of putting your voice in and everything. I don't know if somebody told him, or I don't know if you could just tell by you just looking at somebody's voice box. But I remember them telling me, like, you can sing, or you know how to sing. And I'm thinking, like, okay, how did he know that? Because, like, did some family member tell him, or could he tell just by lo and behold? I used to love to sing, but my thing was I was very shy, so I didn't like to sing around people. But, you know, certain people would, like my family, they would hear me every once in a while singing something, but I was so nervous around them. And then in high school, around my two friends, I used to sing around them sometimes, but I was scared, but not so scared because, like, I wasn't looking directly at them. I was, like, looking forward while we was walking, and I'd be singing and stuff. So, I don't know. I wasn't really as scared then. I don't know. But I remember people just tell me, like, if you're going to use your voice, God's going to take it away. You know how things go in your ear, you don't really, like, care. Yeah. After they put the voice back in, I got home and stuff. You know, of course, I tried. La, 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 la. When I tell you I sounded a hot mess, and all I just could repair in my mind was, you take the voice for granted. So I'm praying whenever God do give it back, I use it for His glory. Yeah, also another time, I remember they had the curtain shut, so I'll be on the phone talking to somebody, and I'll be talking. So I thought they were slick. Like, they'll come past my curtain and, like, pretend to write something on the board, and then turn around and look at me and see who I'm talking to see, like, okay, is she talking to herself or what's going on? Yeah, believe me, I peep game. And so I know they're probably thinking, like, okay, she had brain surgery. A lot of people have brain surgery, they're not all the way in the head. I can say, glory to God, God looked out for me. I know what they was doing, but yeah, I was ready on the phone. I want to say, yeah, I'm on the phone. I ain't talking to myself. I also, too, remember another time when I was speech therapy. Like I said, they'll read you a story, and then, like, the next day, they'll read the same story, but you don't remember, like, reading this stuff. I'm like, wait a minute, this sounds familiar. Wait, did I just read this? But that was the point, like, they wanted to get your memory going, like, okay, do you remember reading this the other day? So that was a part of the memory process. I remember they did that. And I also remember one time, they did, like, a simple math problem, that's a addition problem, and I did it in my head. One of the people that was teaching me, and they was like, no, such and such. So I'm like, no, it's this number. So I guess they did it real quick. They could have did it on paper. They could have did it, and it was like, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, don't play with me. No, what I'm trying to say is, glory to God. Like, the stuff that people don't defy, I defy through Jesus. And I was absolutely lukewarm. I need to give my life back to you. Rededicate my life to God, should I say. But just to have the mind to be able to do certain things that other people are not able to do, it's like, wow.